Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Olga and I make only healthy, plant-based, gluten-free, soy-free and refined sugar-free desserts. And today we're going to make a real raw chocolate truffles, and these truffles I was selling for last Christmas in the boxes, and they had a huge success. So I made over 400 small truffles, and I worked about 3 days to roll them and to make them very beautiful. And because it is Valentine's Day coming up in a couple of weeks, I want to share with you this recipe. And overall, I think this can be a great idea for gift. One more thing. These truffles are extremely healthful, and I want to show you that we're going to use only 4 main ingredients. It's high quality raw cacao powder. Also, we'll be using raw cacao butter, coconut oil extra virgin, and the sweetener on your choice. I'm going to use maple syrup. You also can use agave nectar, coconut nectar, yakan syrup, for example, but I love everything with maple. Also, we're going to flavor it. So the main goal of this video is to show you that making one batch of butter for our truffles, we can create 3 different flavors. So I'm going to make classic vanilla chocolate truffles, so we're going to use a vanilla extract. Also, we're going to create peppermint chocolate truffles and almond truffles. Also, I will show you 3 ideas for coating our truffles, and again, it's super easy to make. You spend just about 1 hour of your time and you will get 3 different flavors of amazing, wholesome and delicious truffles. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do, we need to melt our cacao butter. And to make it quite fast, we will chop it. So make small pieces. It shouldn't be like very tiny pieces, but just chop it, because usually raw cacao butter comes in such shape. It's big pieces, and I want to remain our truffles as a raw, and I don't want to reheat them up to 45 Celsius or 115 by Fahrenheit. So that's why if you don't chop the raw cacao butter, most likely you will burn your cacao butter, because you will need more high temperature to melt all big pieces. So just spend your time, chop them into small pieces and create a water bath. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to chop all our cacao butter, put it into the stainless steel bowl. I have such pot. I will put my bowl on top. The pot is with water, of course, and then we will make a steam and melt it very fast. Stir your cacao butter time to time, it will help it to melt faster. I just want to show you that now we have it a little bit melted, but we continue to heat it. Again, check it with me, but it is still more than 50% in pieces. So I want to continue to melt it. Now I show you the order of our ingredients that we are going to put into our blender. So yes, for our butter I'm going to use a blender, but we will not be blending it. We will be stirring on the low speed all our ingredients. So I prefer to start with liquid ingredients. The most liquid ingredients we have is coconut oil and maple syrup. Next we can add a salt. I'm adding Himalayan pink salt. Now our cacao butter is completely melted. I just remove any water drops that can be on our bowl. We don't want to add anything inside of our jar. Yes. And we're adding our raw cacao powder. We don't need a tamper, and you will see how easy to blend it right now. Okay. So that is all. We stir our butter and we have such glossy butter. So like you may see. That's it. As you see, just, I don't know, 20 minutes including preparation of our ingredients. So because I want to make 3 flavors for our truffles, we need 3 bowls, and we divide our butter between 3 bowls. Now let's put the flavor to each bowl because they will look the same. So we're going to make classic vanilla. Let it be this one bowl. We're going to make a mint. It will be this bowl. And we're going to make almond. And now let's make a flavor. Let's start from the classic one. I put 1 teaspoon here. And just mix it with a fork. You can see how amazing our butter for truffles. By the way, if you don't have a blender, feel free to mix everything by hand with a fork as well. This one is ready. Now we have a mint one. For mint one, I want to add 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons I want to add. The flavor is coming. Same texture. That's perfect. Almond extract usually has a very deep flavor, so that's why I want to put only 1/2 teaspoon. It should be totally enough. Again, the texture is amazing. So what we have to do right now, we need to put our 3 bowls into the refrigerator for about 2-3 hours, and once the butter will be a little bit hard but still peelable, we will create balls. So we will create those truffles. And I have one more idea for you. If you ever decide to sell such truffles, I have a great tool that will show you how easy to make these truffles. So it means that you even don't need to wait while the butter will be hard, and you don't need to spend time for rolling our truffles. It's a silicone molds, and I use it very often. So I just put a few of truffles inside. It will be classic. I see that we have a lot of classics. So you just pour butter here and put it in the freezer. By having such molds, again, you save your time. I make it more beautiful with a spatula. That's it. So bowls are going to the refrigerator. This one is going to freezer. Our truffles sat in the refrigerator. I will tell you that I waited for about 2.5 hours. It became quite hard, but I still can use a melon cutter to create handcrafted truffles. Also, like a tip, if you don't have time to make it same day. You can keep everything into the refrigerator until the next day, and just remove these bowls about 1.5 to 2 hours from the fridge to your room temperature, and in 1.5 to 2 hours you will be able to do the same like I'm going to do right now. So we have 3 types of truffles. We have classic mint and almond truffles, and I want to offer for you to do next coating for these truffles. Of course, if we made truffles with almond extract, we have to cover it with the nuts, with almonds. If you have dehydrated, activated almonds, it's perfect, or please use any raw and good quality organic almonds for this process. For minty truffles, I want to offer for you to roll them into the unsweetened cacao nibs, and it should be amazingly delicious. So you should feel great mint flavor and very dark chocolate crunchy coating. And regarding the classic, of course, probably the first thing that you can imagine when you think about classic truffles is to rolling it into the cacao powder, and of course you can do it, but I want to give you my secret coating. It's freeze-dried raspberries. So once I did it for kids' birthday cake for decoration, and a lot of moms asked me, please make those truffles just for sales, and please coat them with freeze-dried raspberries or also strawberries. And it's amazing flavor of classic vanilla dark chocolate truffles with a little bit sour and amazing raspberry pieces, freeze-dried raspberry pieces. I promise you, you will love this flavor very, very much. What we do next? So first of all, we need to crush our almonds. You can do it using the food processor, for example. I prefer to do it by hands because my pieces will be more like pieces. So if you use a food processor, most likely you will have a lot of like dust, not dust. And let's see what we have inside of this bag. So it's whole freeze-dried raspberries. I prefer to use whole berries. They will give you more bright flavor and pieces looks very, very nice. Of course, if you can find only freeze-dried raspberry powder, it also works. So we have quite big pieces of raspberries. It's like whole. We need just crush them, and we can do it into this bag. Just that is perfect. If you see big pieces, just crush them. So we need something like a mix of small pieces and powder. So we prepare it. So we have almonds, crushed almonds for almond truffles. We have freeze-dried raspberries for classic truffle, and we have unsweetened cacao nibs for minty truffles. Time to roll everything. I will be using a watermelon scoop. Let's start with the classic one. And everything is very, very dirty, but so good and delicious. You need to grab a butter, and make a truffle. One more tip before rolling. I prefer to put all hand rolled truffles into the parchment paper first, and when I make like something 10-12 truffles, then I will be rolling it using the more clean hands. If you do it right now, so most likely your coating will be a little bit dirty and chocolate, so this is just a suggestion. Also, like a tip, it would be great if you have quite cold temperature into your apartment, into your kitchen, so your truffles will not melt very fast. Our hands already quite warm for the chocolate, and if it will be too warm in your kitchen, they will be melting very fast, and we don't want it. So now I made 10 truffles. I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to roll them. Here's our freeze-dried raspberry powder with pieces, a little bit rolling, just a little bit to make it wet, you will see it, and press. While I'm rolling, I want to tell you that you can visit my website and see some of my courses where I teach make a very healthy desserts and to make a business with it. It is created for very beginners. I will show you how to make everything very healthy, and you will get so many recipes, and it will be not only small treats but also cakes, also tarts, ice cream, different cookies, so a lot of information. And also I have one course for more professional bakers where I show how to make a velvet natural coating without any artificial dyes, and that coating can boost your sales very much. So that is all. We created amazing, professional, high quality, vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, refined sugar-free truffles, and it can be amazing treat for all your family. Just pack them into the beautiful boxes with probably tissue paper and impress your friends, impress somebody who you love very much, and you also can sell it like me. So enjoy and let me know if you liked this idea as a gift.